All right, hey everybody. It looks like we have three people thus far in here. So, hey Batgoat, how you doing today? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, Mike. How are you? Happy Friday. Sup,
Happy.
bro daddies?
Yeah, you got your bro daddies, and I got my bye.
Yep.
Pretty soon we're all gonna have our own little catchphrases to catch things, huh?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
crap.
what?
No, I just closed out a tab by accident. I'll just reopen it. No problem.
All right. Well, we got a few minutes. We're gonna at least wait. At
No, if I
least.
can, I'm still with you on StreamYard, so it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just, I'm as I said, we'll wait a couple minutes to see, and of course the counter went down to 0 for some stupid reason, but we're gonna just wait.
Yeah, it did. It did. There's no one here, and no one's even said hi or anything, have they? So
Yeah.
we'll
So
see.
nice to see you.
We'll see if someone's here.
Yeah. Well, we know you and I are here.
Yes.
So, as I said, we're just gonna wait a few minutes to give people a chance to kind of. Oh, there we go.
Hey, toys. Good to see you.
Let's see now. You two can have you buddies and bro daddies, and I'll keep driving my hoe train. Okay, that's a.
He's coming out early. Comes out early and scores. Nicely done, toys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
And you, by the way, you're at 10. You're at 10 wins overall. So I think. I don't have any of my junk down here. But I'm gonna have to work on that second swatch, championship swatch.
Yeah. Driving. Is it Friday already? Yes, it is. Woody, it's Friday.
Hey, Woody, good to see you.
Yep. Yeah, we at least got our four main guys here who are usually in here.
I'm on earbuds tonight. I'm not doing headphones. I got out of the shower and I did my hair, and I'm like, I don't want to wear headphones tonight because I'm an old man, and what little hair I have, when it looks good, I'm like, I'm gonna wear it.
Mm-hmm. So even though the counter says 3, I think we actually have 4 people here already. And as always, guys, of course, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. Let's see.
Toys.
So if you guys haven't already, if you can like and share the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people in here, that'd be appreciated. People ask.
I have a. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
People ask me when I'm coming out. Laugh out loud. Take me to diner first. I guess dinner is what he meant. But,
that's funny.
And now it's saying 4 people. So
I have a hangman word for you guys, so you can start whenever we're ready. It's when Mike steps away from the camera. We'll go ahead and you guys can shoot letters out. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and
okay.
It's a proper name. It's a proper name. I'll tell you guys that.
All right. So we're coming up on 4. So we just hit the 4-minute mark. We got 4 of us in here. So Batgoat, do you want to do your things right now, or do you want to
wait? Yeah, I'm sorry. Once again, I didn't work on the trophy. I thought about it today. I had a little bit of time, but I didn't do it. I was telling Mike, my car's in the shop right now. I've got this weird rental car. Did I write that last night in the chat? It's all like techno. The new tech on it confuses me. I needed about 15 minutes to get out of the parking lot. I had to turn off all the driving assist and all these things. Man, it's weird. I don't like it. But that being said, let's go to that. Last Sunday, I went to the Renfest with my kids, and saw my daughter and son-in-law came up with my grandson, and then my son and daughter-in-law threw this through that onesie you see there on top of Hesley's stroller, and I didn't understand it at first. And then they're like, "That's you get it? That's ours." I'm like, "Oh, you guys are pregnant." So now I'm going to be grandpa times two. I think that says for the best papa in the universe, meaning for my son, like, since he's going to be a dad. So.
Well,
Yeah,
congratulations!
Thank you. Thank you. I was very excited to hear that, and they said it was an accident. It only happened like a month after the wedding. So, but we're all happy. So,
well, how can it be? I mean, obviously they were going to consummate the marriage at some point. I mean,
they were going to wait. They didn't think they wanted to have kids right away. That's what she meant. They thought they were going to wait.
Hey, Dave, how you doing, man? Good morning to you. Well,
good to see you, Dave. Happy
morning,
Friday
good
to you.
Afternoon and good evening, wherever you guys are. So, as always, guys, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. If you guys can help out with that, that'd be appreciated. Okay, so with all that being said, tonight, of course, we're starting June 1938. Our coverage of June 1938 in terms of the historical comics retrospect. Be looking at DC the comics that went on sale from DC in Hey Woody, Action, Mike, Bats. Oh, you have another thing you want to show us there, Batgoat?
Yeah, we went to the world's biggest Minnesota's biggest candy store right afterwards, and that was in the parking lot. So that's my daughter and my grandson.
Okay, so that's the little guy you got the little race car for.
That's the little peanut, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't either. So
okay. All right. So anyways, guys. So tonight we're gonna, of course, as I said, we're gonna start our June of 1938.
Mike, I'll be back with you in 1 second.
All right. Yeah, Batgoat's got some company tonight, so that's what you may hear some of that in the background there. Okay, so tonight we're gonna start our June 1938 coverage of comics that went on. Tonight we're gonna focus on DC. So here's kind of what's going on in the So this is what was going on in the world of DC Comics in June of 1938. On Earth 1, Slam Bradley was investigating the murders of some radio singers, and trying to thwart any other murders. Again, we'll be reading some of these stories tonight. So while that was happening on Earth 1, on Earth 2, Superman and his, of course, reporter guise of Clark Kent is off in the South American country of San Monte, reporting on and trying to prevent a war there. Also in the tropical volcanic area of Turamica, I believe. Tex Thompson, along with his traveling companion, Bob Daly, will be exploring the Sealed City and come across his first encounter with his first major recurring foe of the Gora, the one-eyed Gora. Also on Earth 2 in New York, Speed Saunders, trying to rescue a girl who was kidnapped for ransom, trying to get her father, who was a weapons designer. Some spies were trying to get him to give them the plans. Also in New York, Steve Carson dealing with another kidnapping plot of a banker, extortion plot as well. And then also in New York, of course, the guys in car X07, the radio squad guys, are apprehending a wanted criminal after initially letting him go when they pulled him over for a traffic stop. as well as and Zatara is called upon to solve the mystery of a haunted farm. So that's all that was going on in DC. So now, with all that being said, let's actually read some of the stories on these. So hopefully everybody will be ready for this. So anyways, let's get going. Here we go. Hopefully, Batgoat will be back soon. Yeah, it's gonna be all right. So, anyways, let's get back to this. You're back
I'm
with
back.
me, Batgoat?
I'm back. Had to go say goodbye to Chris. We were just chatting for a bit.
All right. All right. So now we're going to get underway here. Look at that. Interesting. Now, this is,
All right.
course,
So where are we at, Mike? Which?
Okay, so we're going to start off reading Action
Comics.
Volume 1, Number 2.
Okay.
So this is basically the second, and this is one of the few covers that doesn't feature Superman on it. The Leo Mera cover right here. This, of course, is still before Superman became real popular and just dominated the covers. There. And then here's Superman by Jerome Siegel and Joe Shuster. So as we left him the last time, he was carrying around Alex Greer, the lobbyist, around, carrying him across the city of well, at the time they called it Cleveland, but it was Metropolis, basically. So let's get into this.
Planet Cleveland. That's from Howard the Duck.
Yeah. As they topple like a plummet to the street below, 80 stories distant, Greer shrieks insanely the entire length of the building. Having a man carry you around like that, jumping around, thinking you might actually as they strike the sidewalk, I may need to see if I can. I just increase the font there. Hopefully that will help me a little bit. If that helps any. It does it. It bursts into fragments. Let's see. Say, wasn't that fun? Let's do it again. No, I'll talk. The man behind the threatening war is Emil Norvell, the munitions magnate. You'll find him at his Washington Park estate. Having found the information, having found the information he desires, Superman takes abrupt leave of Greer, springs to the top of the Washington Monument. You notice, as we were talking about before, he has leaping ability, not necessarily flying ability at this point, but leaping ability.
Did not fly up there.
Yeah, he just leaped up there. Abruptly leave of springs to the top of the Washington Monument. So he's actually in Washington, D.C. right now. Sets his this is not very good scan.
I can't read that either.
Then begins his dash toward Norville's residence. Meanwhile, I can't explain over the phone. I can't explain over the phone, Norville, but you're about to receive a visit from the most dangerous man alive. Don't worry, Greer. I'll take certain precautions to ensure he doesn't remain alive long. Five minutes elapse. Then Superman enters through the window of Emil Norville's study and calmly confronts him. Whether you like it or not, Norville, you're coming with me. Sorry, but I have other plans. As he speaks, the
Munitions.
The munitions manufacturer further all right, surreptitiously reaches behind him to press a button on his desk. Yeah, sometimes these scans can be a bit of a pain to read.
Mm-hmm.
What are you holding behind you? Give it to me. All right, boys. He asked for it. Let him have it. Instantly, several I can't even make out that word. About
Panels.
the room. Huh?
Panels.
Several panels about the room slow aside.
Side aside.
Oh, slide aside and out step a number of armed guards. Next moment, Superman is the center of a deafening machine gun barrage.
Pew 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 pew.
Mm-hmm. Unharmed by the rain of machine gun bullets, Superman streaks toward his would-be murderers. Good heavens! He won't die! Glad I can't say the same for you.
No.
Now, mind you, when I'm doing Superman's voice, I'm trying to channel Bud Collier, so hopefully I'm getting it at some point. But a moment later, a dozen
bodies.
Dozen bodies. All right, I'm just gonna play out the. Or okay. Oh, dozen bodies.
Hi, Jeremiah.
Fly headbound out the window into the night. Hey, Jeremiah, by the way. Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's see. You see how effortlessly, I crush this. See how effortlessly I crush this, um, this bar of iron in my hands. That bar could just as easily be your neck. Now, for the last time, are you coming with me? Not the Superman we grew up with Super Friends or Filmation or anything like that, huh, Batgoat?
No, he's threatening. He seems quite a bit meaner.
Mm-hmm. Yes, immediately. Several minutes later, let's see. You okay. You see that steamer? It's the Balonka. Tomorrow it leaves for San Monte. Unless I find you aboard when it sails, I swear I'll follow you to whatever hole you hide in and tear out your cold heart with my bare hands. I'll be on it.
Old Superman don't play.
Yeah.
Tell Jeremiah said rock on with the new Batmans. That's cool.
Rock on with the new.
He said he got 2 new Batmans today.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool. That's cool, man.
I got a bunch of new discs this week, Jeremiah, and I'm trying to throw them, but I still like putting them in water every once in a while.
Is Jeremiah speaking to us through toys?
Through chat, yeah. Toys.
Yeah. Next day, an odd variety of passengers board the San Monte bound steamer Baronta. Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Lois, why? What are you doing here? Our editor decided to have me accompany you to the war zone and send back dispatches colored with my distinctive feminine touch.
Okay.
In other words, I think translation, the woman's perspective on war.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A group of Solon-based toughs who possibly intend to enlist with one of the armies as paid mercenaries. Lola Cortez, woman of mystery and exotic beauty, who fairly radiates danger and intrigue. All right, eerily, maybe better word, but and Emile Norvell, who hurries pasty-faced up the gangplank and quickly confines himself to his cabin. He wants to make sure Superman's not going to drag his butt to wherever he wants him to go.
Mm-hmm.
Half an hour later, the Baronta hoists its anchor and slips out to sea, destined for one of the strangest voyages the world has ever seen. Now, mind you, Emil Norville is a munitions manufacturer, and this is going to be a key plot point in this story pretty soon. So be on the lookout.
Okay.
It is the first night out. As Norville nervously paces his cabin, there comes a knock at the door. He answers it. You! Yes. Yes. I thought I'd drop by and compliment you on having had sense enough to show up. A moment after Superman departs, that's him. Remember, if he dies, your reward will be fabulous.
I'm fabulous.
He's as good as dead right now.
Let me get this fabulous stole signed by Liberace.
As Superman stands silently at the ship's rail, admiring the moonlight, he whirls suddenly at the sound of footsteps. All together now, get him! For an instant, Superman braces himself against the rail, and in that second, it gives way. He is flung twisting and turning into the ocean. The thugs report back to Norville. It was simple. A little shove, and he toppled overboard. How about that dough you promised us? Now, how about that dough you promised? You'll get nothing. Get out of here, you trusting fools, and be glad I don't turn you over to the police.
Oh, that wasn't smart.
Yep.
He's going in the drink next.
Well, maybe. Meanwhile, at that very instant, Superman, swimming vigorously, has caught up with the steamer. But instead of climbing aboard, he continues onward until the Baronta is outdistanced far behind. See you later. Next evening, a few minutes after the steamer lands, Norville is attacked by his double-crossed henchmen. Norville is saved by the timely appearance of Superman. Holy cats, it's him! Right, and here's where I even a little score. Superman subjects the toughs to the severest thrashing of their lives. Now, for those of you who may not understand, toughs what they call is a term they use for like tough guys or wise guys
Very old.
Yeah. So
very old-fashioned to say a gang of local toughs came by and harassed this person.
right, thugs.
Mhm.
Another synonym. So
Sure, absolutely.
in fact, speaking of thugs, the thugs flee before his fury.
Run
You said
away.
you saved me, but why? Because it's fate. You escaped. Is because the fate you escaped is pleasant indeed compared to the one I have in store for you. What are you going to do to me? Nothing. If you join the San Monte army.
Hmm.
Now, do you remember what I told you a few minutes ago about Norville, about what his occupation was?
Munitions guy.
Yeah, he's a munitions manufacturer. Superman's getting him to join the army. Why do you think he's getting him to join the army?
To help decide whoever San Monte is.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. But what? Okay, so he's a munitions manufacturer. He's somebody who's basically selling munitions to both sides to further a war.
Oh yeah. So he wants him to.
What could possibly happen to a guy who's trying to start a war? What do you think would happen if he was all of a sudden he was actually actively a part of a war?
Yeah, that's the karma. That's the comeuppance, so that he's not making money. He's a private now, getting shot at or whatever, and to learn his lesson.
Well, let's see if that's how things pan out.
That sounds right, Mike. That's good call.
Later in the hotel, if I could only do something, but it's suicide to resist that inhuman creature. I know what I'll do. I'll enlist in the army, then escape at the first opportunity. So now, don't I know they unfortunately have, but what do you think is gonna? Well, they already spoiled it. So, but after Norville enlist, you. Yes, I joined too. I couldn't bear being parted from you. Why do you think he joined the army? He joined the San Monte
to kick his butt.
To make sure that he got the full experience.
He's going to have some suffering ahead of him. Yeah, it should be good.
So let's see how this all pans out here. Orders from okay. Let me see. Orders from headquarters. We orders from headquarters, sir. We're to move to the front. The new detachment moves in toward the battle lines. What are you trying to do? Kill us both? You'll see. What I can't understand is why you manufacture munitions when it means that thousands will die horribly. Men are cheap. Munitions are expensive. At that instant, a shell um, lines overhead, then burst. Well, I don't know about you, Batgoat, but I would say that Mr. Norville is definitely cheap. What would you?
And he's about to get a close-up lesson on first-hand lesson on life not being cheap.
The column of soldiers drops flat to escape flying fragments. This is no place for a sane man. For a sane man, I'll die. I see. When it's your own life that's at stake, your viewpoint changes. Ding 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 ding.
There it is. There it is. Just like you said, you called it. You called it.
Well, I even though I have not actually read the story the full story before, I have read the synopses before, so I kind of knew happening. But it's still when you see it. But the thing is, even if you do read the synopses, when you're reading the actual full story, you're seeing it happen before you. That's really gives you the thrill of the experience. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the wonder of the experience right there. Yeah. You know, granted, I kind of knew what was happening because I've read the synopses before, but still to see it actually happen is kind of exciting. You know? Shortly later, the company picture or pitches camp retires. Sentries are puzzled by a dark shadow. What was that? What was that? Probably just a bird. But in reality, it is Superman speeding to a strange rendezvous in the enemy camp. But the question, General, is how strong are our lines? Impregnable. Excuse me a moment. Back up. Chloe's barking again. I gotta go deal with her, so I'll be right back.
All right. Very cool. Hello, Doodlebug. We see you there. Hope you like the show here. We're reading Action Comics, issue number 2 here. Does anyone have any guesses on our hangman word? 7 letters. Oh, all right. Toy starts out with an O. All right. Good guess. Any other guesses? No? Maybe? If an E. All right, Toys. Toys is hitting it hard. And okay. That is the E. Good. And Woody guesses a T. Oh. Alrighty. Okay. Cue the Big O theme song. Okay, I'm not sure why. I haven't seen that anime in a long time. If there's no other guesses, I will tell you that this week I got more discs sent to me. I think last week I showed you guys the picture that I of the new discs that I had last week. That was 2 weeks ago, and then I got some more Tuesday or Wednesday. So I went out and threw them today. I didn't go golfing. I was just practicing this week with the new disc, and I like them. I spent money to, instead of going to play it against sports like I always do, I went online and bought good discs. So I'm working on that. I'll let you guys know. We're good, Mike.
All right. Hey, Doodlebug. Thanks for being here. As always, I do, of course, appreciate any and all likes and shares. I hope you enjoy the content as we're going through. We're going through, comics history here a little bit. Looking at right now, Action Comics number 2 is one of the earliest Superman stories. Anyways, as we continue on here, at that instant, a figure burst into. At that instant, a figure burst into the tent. Smile, please, thanks. Did Batgoat just go off? Oh, yeah, he stepped away, okay. A few moments later, excuse me again, guys. Sorry, I got to step the dog again. Sorry, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm here. What was I saying? I was telling you guys I ordered new discs. I went out and threw them today. A bag of all new discs, not the cheap ones from Play It Against Sports. These are all, the minimum I'm spending is $10, but most of them are $15 to $25 for the good ones. So I don't want to lose these, but it's amazing how well I'm throwing them. So I'll keep doing that and let you guys know the progress on that. I hope to keep improving. I ordered a glove from a grip glove because I'm starting to get a callus. I realized that to make the disc go further, you have to grip it really hard all the way up to the point of release to make it spin more. So it's not easy, but once I figured out what I was doing, I realized this hurts my finger. So I start wearing a glove. And I texted my buddy, Alex, who is he's sponsored by Prodigy Disc. And I said, hey, if I wear a glove, are the cool frolfers going to kick my butt? And he was like, no, dude, you'll be fine. I know a lot of people that wear those. I ran out of stuff for you guys, so guess some letters, if you would. No letters? Does anyone remember back when he was reading a part on the Superman where what did the henchman said? What did they say altogether? They said, now altogether, stop, or something like that, right? And so I thought of the movie Airplane. Anyone know where I'm going with this? Woody, are you here? Are you awake? So Ted Stryker was talking to to the doctor and the one stewardess, and they were saying he has to fly the plane, and he said, "I can't fly this. I flew a single engine fighter during the war. This has 4 engines. It's a completely different type of flying altogether." And so those two, they looked at each other and they went, it's an entirely different kind of flying. They both said that at the same time. I know I messed it up, but you get the point. So when he said altogether, they're like, okay, we have to say what he just said together. Anyone? No. I'm so ashamed. All right, Mike.
All right. A few moments later, gone. But he won't escape. Guards! Later that evening, Clark Kent mails a package. Where to? The Evening News, Cleveland, Ohio. The Evening News had a picture. Amazing War Pictures is the article, as the article shows there. Meanwhile, Lois Lane and Lola Cortez have registered at the same hotel. I'm a reporter here on a news assignment. And you? A wealthy traveler. At that instant, Army officers enters the hotel. What's the trouble? Official business. Suddenly panicky, Lola darts into an elevator. And hides a certain document in Lois's room. An important document has been stolen. May we search the guest rooms? You have my permission. Sorry, madam. I told you that you were wasting your time searching my room.
Even though I ran in here all nervously and guilty like.
The planted document is discovered in Lois's room. Sorry, we must place you under arrest. But I know nothing of this. Sentences passed. But I'm innocent. It is the judgment of this court that you shall be executed at dawn for espionage. I read that in reverse there, but Kent, in his disguise as a soldier, overhears an astounding bit of information. Have you heard? Lois Lane, a spy, is to be executed this morning. Yes, and exactly at dawn. At that very moment, Lois is being led out to her death. I tell you, you're going to kill an innocent person. Almost faster than the eye can follow, a fantastic figure streaks past mile after mile. Ready, aim, fire! Down into the range of fire plummets Superman. Covering Lois's body with his own, he receives the shots meant for her. Shoot and be hanged. Stop! You can't do this. It's impossible. Thanks for letting me know. Superman. Right. And still playing the role of gallant rescuer.
Okay.
Uh,
I guess he can have it. He can be a little conceited.
well, he's not the Superman that we all think of, is he?
No, but if he's saving the world and he was the first dude to be doing it, good for him. He may as well go.
What manner of being are you? Save the questions.
He should have called her Toots. Save the questions, Toots.
Finally, Superman drops toward the ground into the midst of a torturer's inquisition.
Toys just scored 4 points in a row. Outstanding.
You'll tell me how many men there are in your detachment, or let me go. Let me go. What are you going to do? Give you the fate you deserve, you torturing devil. For an instant, Superman poises the torture overhead, then tosses him away as though he were hurling a javelin.
Way to go, Soups.
Isn't that something to...
I dig OG Soups. He is a bad actor. I mean, not a bad actor. He's just he's a Speed Saunders. He's a no-nonsense dude.
You mean he's more like a Slam Bradley?
Slam Bradley. That's what I meant to say. Yes. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. The torturer vanishes from view behind a grove or distant trees, a grove of distant trees with a pitiful wail. Yeah, I mean, it would be a pitiful wail considering that he just got thrown by Superman. Unties the torturer's captive's bonds. You're free to flee. Good luck. We owe our lives to you. Later, after depositing Lois near the Baranta, Superman advises her to return to America. But when will I see you again? Who knows? Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps never.
He's got that man of mystery thing cooking.
Yep.
Chicks dig it.
I'm sorry. Chloe's at it again.
All right. Silly Chloe. We'll be cool. Arranging my letters. All right. So I see that Toys has taken to taunting the chat now that I said he machine gun scored all those points. Chest pounding screams, "Come at me, chat." All right, Toys. He is not playing tonight. So I saw, Woody, you asked earlier. I did say it. It is a proper name. And poop. What was the bad guess? That was a T. Woody, you guessed a T, right? So this is what we're looking at right now. R. Okay, Dave, I see that you have got an R down there. And that is miss number 2. Toys. Guess is an X. For what reason, I don't know. That's miss number 3. Any other guesses? My dudes? No guesses? Okay, so I have a rental car. And X is a miss, Woody. X was a miss. What was I going to say? I was just saying, let's have stick kids watch him swing.
All right.
All right. We're good, Mike.
All right. Okay. And now to attend to Norville. But when Superman returns to his detachment, he finds anti-aircraft guns booming. The camp is being mercilessly riddled by a bloodthirsty aviator. Die like crawling ants. Superman leaps to the attack for the first time in all history. A man battles an airplane single-handedly. He's still not flying here; he's just leaping up to it. But
he's still battling. He's battling an airplane.
Yeah, the plane zooms towards Superman's figure, guns blazing, into a head-on crash. Its propellers shattered upon Superman's skin. The airplane falls to its doom. Norville had witnessed the crash. Good. That finishes my nemesis. Or does it? The next instant, hello. Surprised? Superman still alive? Let me return to the U.S. I've grown to hate war. Oh, okay. Okay. But you've got to quit manufacturing munitions.
Leto, how are you, Leto? Good to see you.
Hey, Leto. Thanks for dropping in, my friend. Hopefully, hopefully you're doing well. And as always, I do appreciate any and all likes and shares. Help get some more people in here, some more friendly people, obviously.
We like friendly people.
Yeah. Norval hurries aboard the Baronta for the return trip. From now on, the most dangerous thing I'll manufacture will be a wirecracker.
It's not nutcracker, wreck cracker. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
Firecracker.
Firecracker. Okay. That about clears up things. Now, just one more maneuver, and my mission here will be finished. Shortly later, Superman emerges from a tent with the army's commander under his arm. Later, he also kidnaps the head of the opposing army.
All right.
What do you want with us? I've decided to end this war by having you two fight it out between yourselves. But go ahead, fight, or I'll clean up on both of you myself. But why should we fight? We're not angry at each other. Then why? Then why are armies battling? I don't know. Can you tell me? No, can you? Gentlemen, it's obvious you've been fighting only to promote the sale of munitions. Why not shake hands and make up? And so, due to the conciliatory efforts of Superman, the war is halted. Kind of sounds a little like what's been going on over the past 50 years or so with the anti-war movements. Wouldn't you say, Batgoat?
Yeah. It's too simplistic, honestly, this story right here. Mm-hmm. What are you guys fighting about? The head general on each side. Gosh, I don't know. Okay, shake hands and it's all better. And then ding 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 ding, and the fun circus music plays and everyone's happy and there's balloons.
Yeah. And doesn't that kind of remind you of like a lot of the anti-war messages that have been going on for like the past 50, 60 years or so?
Absolutely. And remember that this is on the heels of the Great War, World War I, and we're now in the late 30s, which America was now isolationist and did not want to get involved in European war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, let me finish this, and I got another couple comments on this as well. When Kent reports back to his editor, since you've been gone, there's been no Superman news. Mayor, maybe he's retired for good. Somehow, Chief, I've a hunch he'll make his appearance again soon.
Mm-hmm.
And now, on the DC database site, they had a very interesting note on there in regards to this. It's like, considering that even in the DCU world, America got in the war at the same time that everybody else did, December 7th, 1941. They kind of commented how, when that happened, it didn't seem like Superman seemed very apologetic that he ended the career of a munitions manufacturer.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
absolutely. And Dave made a comment. He said, "Right, there's money in war. That's what the fighting is about." Very true, Dave. That's the overall message I would say on that story.
yeah. All right, let's get down to, let's see, attention, all American youth, no doubt. You all admire Superman's amazing strength and endurance. Um, well now, now you too can possess superb physique and sinews of strength. Beginning next issue, Superman's own course in acquiring super strength. Build a body of iron. So I guess they're gonna put some kind of like exercise routine that they say is part of Superman's probably.
Push-ups probably from back then.
Yeah, or work in some form of free weights.
Drive safe, Letta.
So another story we're gonna of course cover here or try to read here is X Thompson. As soon as we get down to it.
While you're scanning, I'm going to throw in the last guess that I received was an N. That is correct. So this is what you're looking at now, people.
All right, so now we're down to Tex Thompson here. But see what you got to say there, Batgoat.
I'm good.
All right. Tex Thompson by Bernard Bailey.
Wow, can you read that?
Somewhat. Let's see. Legend. In his search for adventure, Tex Thompson meets and befriends fellow adventurer Bob Daly. Having heard many stories about a mythical city that was closed to the world during a volcanic eruption, Tex and Bob decide to do a little on the subject, little research on the subject of the sealed city. Later, many days of reading and let's see, churning on the story, they become convinced that it's anything. Yeah, this is supposed to cover like originally. I guess they were going to have this as a 12-page story, but they decided to shrink it down to 6. And this legend was supposed to cover like the first 6 pages.
I can't read that. Even these are my prescription readers, and it'll hurt my. It'll give me a headache after a while.
Yeah, but anyways, basically what that is all saying is that Bob Daly and Tex Thompson are meeting for the first time, and I'd mistakenly said the last time that Bob Daly was the kid in England, but that wasn't the case. So,
and then Tex decided he wanted to hang out with a real man, and he met John Daly at the bar in the 19th hole for whiskey sours, and they drank all night and puked. John Daly's a very famous golfer who drinks heavily.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Do you have any idea where the entrance might be, Bob? Okay, that it's only that it's somewhere in the volcanic area, Tex. And let me tell you that this area has quite a circumference. If we don't find it soon, this heat will roast roast me to a turn. Say, Bob, look. Um, here's something. Here's something strange. A a wall a Maltese cross with a diamond. Tex, that um, that engraving is anyways. Suddenly, what the? Phew! That was close. I think that was. Um, think that knives trimmed my mustache for me. There's a note pinned under that knife. Let's see what it says. This is a friendly warning. Leave this place. You are not wanted here. That signature is the same as the mark on the rock. Strange. Very, very strange. Nobody here, yet a knife comes flying through the air. As Bob Daly speaks, he unconsciously touches the center of the diamond. Immediately, the rock vanishes, leaving a vast hole in what had appeared to be solid stone. Gosh, Tex, this must be it. We've found the entrance to the lost city. Maybe it is, and maybe it ain't. I suppose the only way to find out is to go in and go in. Come on, pal. You mean you're going in? But what about the note? After all, it plainly said leave or and that knife certainly would um, certainly would certainly looked convincing. Forget about the knife. This looks like the lost city and it's gone to and I'm going to explore. I like to explore. I like going to explore. All right. And you know that Tex. Say, Tex, do you notice anything strange? Yes, the place seems filled with trees. Gee, Bob, we got a. Um, I've got a feeling that okay. From a hidden chamber with the aid of a telescope. Um,
He says, I've got the feeling that someone's watching us.
Someone's watching us.
And it said, the telescope, someone is watching.
Someone is watching. So, my friends, you chose to ignore my warning. Well, you shall regret it. You shall regret it. And it's the
Ooh.
one-eyed Gora.
Oh, look at that freak show.
This would be like this guy would be Tex Thompson's first major. Like he'd have like throughout his career, throughout his superhero career, he'd have like three major enemies. Okay,
Okay.
three major foes. This is the first of his three foes. This is kind of the foe that he dealt with while he was still kind of just a simple adventurer type, plainclothes
Okay.
adventurer. Doroka, come up to my chambers. There will be work for you to do, for us to do. You cold, master? Yes. Prepare some rooms. We are going to have guests.
Crap.
What?
I'm all right. Keep going.
I heard you say crap. That's why I was.
I did say crap. I banged something, but it's okay.
But first, go and invite our guests to our domicile. For those who might not know what that means, domicile usually means like home or place where you would sleep. Basically.
Yes. Yep.
Talat. Huh? Kazora tia broto og hazart. If that means what it sounds like, I'm going to slug you. Take it easy, Bob. Maybe he's only fooling. I don't care. No foreigner can call me that and get away with it. Kind of
Really,
funny.
Toys? Thank you.
Oh, what was that, Batgoat?
Toys is giving me crap.
While Tex tries to calm Bob, they do not see the stranger draw out a knife from inside his tunic. Hey, what's the idea? I beg your pardon, sir? It was my fault. Sabaka! Doro! Pao! Poto!
Not going to slug him anymore, tough guy?
Tex acts quickly. You can see right there, it looks like he's trying to kick the knife out of the guy's hand.
He did. He got it. He kicked it.
Now that things are equaled, come on and fight. Both men turn at each other. Why will young men always fight at the slightest provocation? The speaker who wrenches a white for a switch, or who reaches for a switch, pulls it. And just as Tex prepares to give battle, a flare shines a message on a nearby trunk. Hoobap, early, yells the Yorox, Ig, Gex, Rock, Berv, Bavro. He certainly um, quieted down quickly. Think he wanted us to follow him? I don't. I don't want to, but we might as well. As the as the as the trio approaches the house, another message bids them enter. Once inside the house, their guide, um, hides bongs and silently departs. Oh, bows. Silently departs. I wonder what's going to happen now. We'll find out soon enough, Bob. We got into this place easily enough, but I've got a feeling it'll be much tougher getting out. Oh, fishing. You're only trying to scare me. Good day, you sirs. Good day to you, sirs. I, the Gora of the Sealed City, bid you welcome.
I don't like this guy. He's giving me the stink eye. Get it?
Gosh, Tex. Do you see what I see? I was lying before, Tex. I'm scared stiff. Gee, a one-eyed bloke. Follow me, gentlemen. I'll show you to your room. Your rooms are ready. Your rooms are ready for your occupation. Dinner will be ready whenever you are. Thank you kindly, sir. This place and that Gora or something gives me the creeps. He's acting like a perfect host. Come on, let's go go downstairs and eat. I'm hungry. 8. Eat. Did you say you could eat? Why just looking at the guy is enough to make you lose your appetite? You'll change your mind as soon as you smell food. I know you. I feel like a sheep being fed for slaughter. Appreciated, gentlemen. Supper will be served immediately. It's very kind of you to go through this trouble for us, sir. Not at all. I've prepared an evening for you that you'll never forget. The beginning of a weird and unusual adventure followed this in next month's issue. This is basically a three issue story arc here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're done with that. Let's see, where are we at on time now? Because
127.
hmm, yeah, it might take me pretty much I could probably get the Slam Bradley story done. Um, at least as long as the scan's good. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta, you know. But I did say, well, I'll try to get through at least those three stories, and then. Um, Yeah, I know maybe I haven't done as well with the voices tonight, just but it's been a little bit more difficult to read these as well.
It was hard to read those, so I saw that they kept having to stop when you saw it was Superman to get yourself into that voice, but you did good with that once you were on it.
Yeah. All right, so. Which is Exit Comics. There's, of course, a Speed Saunders story.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There's our buddy. Slam Brad Gets the Air by Siegel and Schuster. Hired to track down a mysterious unknown killer of radio stars, Slam and Shorty proceed to tumble in and out of tight situations as is their usual custom. Maria Borgio, guest singer on WFPW, is scoring a sensational broadcast. The studio audience is swayed by the beauty of her superb voice as it rises higher, higher. Let's see. None realize that death lurks in the microphone that flings her voice across a nation. As Maria's voice strikes a triumphant high C, the microphone explodes in the hail of metallic, death-dealing fragments.
Dang.
Later, in WFBW's executive offices, this is terrible. Borgio killed. What a horrible accident. Accident? Nothing. Accident? Nothing. There was a bomb hidden in that mic. Because back then they spelled, when they said Mike, they spelled it like my name.
Mm-hmm.
Has the station any enemies? Did you receive any threats? None. In that event, it looks like the case calls for a specialist. We'll summon Slam Bradley.
There you go.
Slam Bradley, what can he accomplish that the police department cannot?
Sling 7 dudes across the room by their ankles. That's what he can do.
Miracles. If he can crack this case, no one can. If he can't crack this case, no one can. An hour later. The entire studio's facilities are yours, Mr. Bradley. Thanks. I'll look the place over. This is the control room, Shorty. Not interested. Wait. Not interested. What I want to see is the auditions. Upon entering the audition room, Slam and Shorty are mistaken for aspirants seeking positions on the station staff. Aspirants. That's an interesting word.
Yeah, it is.
You don't really see that nowadays, but can't talk to you. You'll have your audition when your turn comes. Me thinks we're job seekers. He thinks we're job seekers. Let's pretend we are and have some fun. At length, Slam is called upon to sing. Out of the night that covers me black as. Gosh! With a voice like that, Slam ought to quit detecting and take up singing as a career. Splendid, you're hired. If you think he's good, wait till you see me. Shorty gets his big chance. Asleep in the deep, beware, beware, beware.
Nicely done, Mike.
I
That was good.
yeah. I think you'll do well. With Slam and Shorty, I always try to channel Fred and Barney from the Power.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good for Shorty. Slam nailed it, and Shorty went.
What you mean? You think I was swell? What do you mean? Think I was swell? One of the other aspirants interrupts. He is terrible. Why you take him and not me? Always you tell me come back later. You're a trick voice that can't go exceptionally high or low, Ramon. But we can't use it at the present moment. Sorry, Bonnie. We can't all be good.
You little jerk, Shorty.
Can you beat it? We walk in and get jobs as singers, just like that. That's the way it goes. If we actually needed the job, we probably couldn't get it.
That's the story of life, Slam. That's so perfect.
Yep. Yeah, when you don't want it, you get it, but when you want it, you get it.
When you don't care, there's nothing to lose. You always get it.
Later, Shorty, I say, what's the idea of walking by without answering? I get it. His being hired as a singer has gone. Wait. I get it. His being hired as a singer has gone to his head. Well, I'll fix that. Oh, so you can talk. Oh, okay, wait. Hey, ouch! Let me go. Oh, so you can talk after all. What are you doing?
I had a feeling.
Oh, there's Shorty.
It ain't Shorty.
Actually, I should have realized this because, as I've said, I've read the synopses before, and you're about to know. You're about to learn something here about Shorty. Shorty? Then who? What?
Twin brother or something.
You hit it. Sporty! Shorty! Slam, meet my twin brother, Sporty, from San Francisco.
There it is. I love it.
Yeah.
Sporty.
But what are you doing? What are you doing here in Cleveland? I've decided to help you and Slam solve mysteries.
Oh boy. Shorty's enough.
Uh, well, it so happens that we don't need any help right now, so you can go right back to San Francisco. Sure, we're working on a big case and can't be bothered.
That's
Wait!
so much for brotherly love. Can't be bothered.
Give me a chance. I'm sure I'll be just as good as Shorty. That's just what I'm afraid of. Please. What do you say, Slam? Well, okay. But only on one case.
I don't think that's a great idea, Slam.
You remember the last time he got a third wheel? You remember Scoop Dolan?
Oh, yeah.
Pardon, the manager would like to see you. Come along, fellas. Maybe we're going to get our first paycheck. Have you made any progress, Bradley? Don't worry, Mr. Don't worry, Mr. Sullivan. Everything's fine. In direct contradiction to Slam's words, there is heard at that moment. What's that? An explosion. They rushed to the rehearsal hall.
Another grenade microphone.
It's Pinza, the bass singer. Poor fellow, he's dead. Also killed by a bomb concealed within the microphone. All I can make out from what's left of the mic is that the bomb was of pretty complicated make. Perhaps there's a clue here. They misspelled clue.
I'm looking at something else. I'm sorry.
They spelled clue CLEW, not CLUE.
Yeah, they certainly did.
But for the life of me, I can't see it. Sporty dashes into the room. Slam! Shorty, everybody! The postman just brought it. Listen. A bomb? Get me a pail of water, quick. Keep cool, folks. Keep cool, folks. Now that the bomb is doused in water, it's perfectly harmless.
Got a picture of the inner workings of a 1938 microphone, in case anyone wants to see that.
Oh, did you put that up, Batgoat?
Yeah, if you want to share it. It's no biggie. Now think of that with a bunch of explosive in there moving out towards your face at the speed of sound. That probably wouldn't feel good.
Oh, back to the... All right, back to the story here. And we're at an hour 45, but this is going to be the last story anyways, so...
Cool, that.
As I said, we would get to the Speed Saunders story if we had time, but obviously we don't, so... Splendid work, Bradley. We give our lives to you. We owe our lives to you. Now I can safely open the package and see what's inside. Nice going, sporty boy. Am I proud of you? It was nothing. What the? Why, it's just a clock. A clock, let's see it.
Not just any clock, it has a napkin on its face.
I don't think so. That's a couple weeks. That's in a couple weeks there. Batgoat.
You know, I like playing around with that guy.
Yeah, I know. You blundering fools. You've ruined a valuable $1,500 clock the station ordered.
$1,500 clock, huh?
And you're getting your inflation calculator out, aren't you, Batgoat?
I am.
See what that would be today. See what you've done, you idiot.
$29,100.
Can you repeat that, please? Because I was kind of talking over you there.
$29,100. That's an expensive clock.
Mm-hmm. Now we've got to solve the case so we'll have enough cash to pay for the clock. Shorty is summoned to the manager's office. It's definitely settled. You're to sing on our piety program tomorrow. Jay!
Variety.
Oh, what was that?
Variety.
Oh. You're to sing on our variety program tomorrow. Jay, that's swell. Boy, am I feeling fine. Tomorrow night, I become a radio idol. Pardon? Oh, it's you. Did I hear it correct? Please. You say you are singing tomorrow night? That's right, Ramon. And on the variety program, too. I guess you must feel pretty jealous, huh? Me? Jealous? No. I'm glad, very glad for you. But would you do me a favor? I guess I can be big-hearted, too. Sure, what do you want me to do? This song, will you sing it, please? It is my favorite. La Traviata? La Traviata? Yeah? Okay, I'll sing it. Good. Very good. Hee. Made any progress, Lamb? Nope. But I hope to soon. What are we here for? To listen to a recording of the death broadcast. Keep your ears sharp.
Seems pretty obvious to me that that one guy is the bad guy, the dude with the accent.
Ramon?
Yeah, who's not getting his chance up there. Maybe it's a jealousy type thing. That would be my guess.
Well, we'll wait and see. Once again, the voice of Borgio and Pinza are silenced by a blasting death. Well, learn anything? I'm I'm sure there's a clue in the recording, but I can't find it. You'll have to worry about that alone for a while. I'm going to be pretty busy training my voice for tomorrow's broadcast. La Travorita is a pretty difficult song. That evening, a shadowy figure breaks into the broadcasting studio and substitutes a different microphone. It is Ramon. How fortunate there's Shorty he's Shorty he's tomorrow he will go over with a bang.
Yep. Just like I thought.
Mm-hmm. Again, I kind of already knew that.
Yeah.
Spoil it. Next evening, Shorty completes his rehearsals, assisted by Sporty. What a boys! Gosh, Shorty, you'll knock 'em in the aisles. What do you mean in the aisles? I'll knock 'em clear out of the building.
That's a strong sense of humility you've got there, Shorty. Keep it up.
Aren't you coming to the studio with us, Slam? I have some investigating to do first, but I'll show up in time for your broadcast. Good luck, Shorty. After an hour of fruitless detecting, Slam phones WFPW on a hunch. Bradley speaking. Let me know the name, address, aspirations, and occupation of every applicant for a radio job. Among the recited names, Ramon Gonzalez, 4319 3rd Street, would-be opera singer of unusual voice range, at present a mechanic. Ramon, that's the nut who burned up at being continually turned down. I wonder. Come to think of it, every singer killed sang classical songs. Crooners went unharmed. Perhaps Ramon can tell me why. In Ramon's apartment, he, soon Shorty will sing, but not for long. So you say, Slam Bradley. But I tell you, I know nothing about Shorty. You're holding back something. What is it? Maybe this will refresh your memory. Talk. Look at that.
Work. Yeah. That's better than punching the guy. That'll work.
And of course, back then you could get away with something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at that moment, Bradley slips and drops his gun. Too bad, Slam.
For the love of really? It's slammed, but he just happens to. Oh gosh! I just tripped on this stool. Even though I'm a dude,
scoops it up. Careful with that gun. Now I'll talk because you'll never repeat what you'll hear. Yes, Shorty shall die, and he shall die as I killed the others. But why did you murder only operatic singers, and how did you do it?
Because opera sucks. That's why.
Well, I don't think so, because remember, this guy is an aspiring opera singer.
Still sucks.
I thought if they died, the station might hire me, Ramon Gonzalez. The bomb was so adjusted that it would go off only if a certain exceptionally high or low note was sung. But how is Shorty doomed? He promised me he'd sing La Travorita near the song's end. There is an exceptionally low note. When he strikes it, the bomb will be set off, and he will die, even as you. But I'm not going to die. Give me that gun. Here you are, my friend. A belly full of lead. Click. Empty. Right. I'm surprised you were so easily fooled by that faked fall.
There it was. See, I freaked out. I'm like, Slam just can't trip on a stool and drop his gun. Not Slam. He knew what he was doing the whole time.
He was trying to get him to confess.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Faked? Yes, I purposely let you grab my empty revolver so that you'd think you were master of the situation, and blab all you know. Zealand outrage! I, Ramon Gonzalez, have been tricked. Brother, your misery has only begun.
Not a revolver, by the way. That's a magazine-fed semi-automatic.
A taxi rushes toward NFPW at breakneck speed.
Like, just so you know, it's you're at 2 hours right now, so I don't know if Nick is streaming tonight, but
all right. Well, I can probably check that real quick, but as I said, we're gonna get through this story. Well, he is streaming, but he's not. It's not on Ricada Law. It's on Ricada Media. Actually, according to this was from 29 minutes ago. Watch Ricada Media live in 30 minutes. Ty Beard, business, batting, and boomerisms. So he is streaming, but I'll try to hurry this along.
Okay, but it looks like everyone's still here, so they want you to finish the story.
Yeah. Good Lord. 7:30. Didn't realize it was so late. The variety program has already started. Reaching down, Slam turns on the taxi's radio. At the station, and now we're to hear from that sensational new singing star, Shorty Morgan, who will sing La Travorita. Shorty commences to sing, unaware his voice is leading him toward a violent death. You'll never reach him in time. Soon he'll reach the note that we'll set off the bomb, and then, if he does, you'll never live to boast of it. Look at the cab driver's face right there, Batgoat. He's looking kind of grim there. Batgoat?
I clicked off my StreamYards by mistake.
I was wondering about that. I was meant to look at his face back, and I didn't hear anything back. So I figured, okay, I'd better go check, see what happened.
So I wrote on the comments. I don't think Mike knows I'm missing. I honestly clicked off the StreamYards by mistake.
Yeah, and
that's cool. You noticed.
A second there, okay, I'd better check, see if what's going on, and that's how I knew.
I've been horrible with this tonight.
But look at the driver's face right there. I don't know if you heard any of that.
I did. Yeah, I heard what you're saying.
All right. The radio station is finally reached. Slam dashes in at top speed. Will he arrive in time to save Shorty? As he reaches the studio's doors, Slam is greeted by an explosion.
Uh-oh.
But the explosion Slam hears is one of laughter for ho ho ha ha ha. Shorty had failed to reach the low note. Doggone it! I should have picked a less difficult song. And to top Shorty's humiliation, he gets the gong. Bong!
Off you go, Shorty.
Now, of course, I don't remember when exactly it was. I don't know if it was the 50s or 60s, but wasn't there the reason they used the gong here? Wasn't there a show at some point called The Gong Show where they kind of did stuff like this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, The Gong Show was, that'd be probably in the 60s, late 60s when it started. But I think that was, even back then, that was a modern interpretation of what an old variety show would have with a big gong, where they would take the hook. You've seen the thing from the 20s where that big, looks like a shepherd's thing. They would take the hook and they'd pull them off stage.
All right, so Shorty, thank heavens you didn't reach that note. You had, the bomb would have exploded. Yeah, but now my radio career is exploded. Officer, arrest this man for the radio murders. With pleasure. Here's a $5,000 check. Now tell me, how can I thank you? Tell me, Shorty. By not stopping payment on the check.
Yeah, because back then, $5,000 was equivalent to $97,000 in today's money. So that's a good payday for our duo there.
Preview of the next issue, Slam Bradley in the Stratosphere. So, there we go. So we're done with all the stories from tonight. As I said, we'd only do the Speed Saunders story if we had time, and we're obviously running over. But
yeah,
but I think for at least this night on Friday night it's okay, because I think everybody at least once we get done with the stories, I would take it. So
Yes. Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
So with that though, Batgoat, if you will agree to join me, we're gonna go ahead and if you'll agree to join me afterwards for post game wrap up, as it were.
You bet.
I know we're already at the 2 hour mark, past the 2 hour mark, so I think
Yeah. So real quick, before you jump into it, we've got. There was no contest tonight. Toys ran away with 12 points on the Lulz Trophy. He just killed it. And what else do I have? The hangman word. You guys were getting there. You had 3 right. It was Sheldon from the NASCAR race, where they were saying FJB, and we all know what that when you say it out. F Joe Biden. And the CBS commentators are saying, they're saying, let's go Sheldon. And it's a very popular meme all week because they didn't want to admit that the whole crowd was yelling that. So, Sheldon.
Well, ATC just gave me a compliment. Great show. Thank you, ATC. Thank you guys for being here. So
good participation, Toys. You rock.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up. So if everybody's ready, today being Friday, October the 8th, 2021, let's take a look back at this day in Neach history. All right. So the first thing we're going to go to is we're going to go back. Great co-host. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So the first step we're gonna head back. Okay. All right. First, we're gonna head back 20 years ago today, as on this date 20 years ago today, WWE from the Conseco Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, the WWF hosted its Monday Night Raw event. The main event of the night saw Steve Austin defeat Kurt Angle for the WWF championship. Also, some other matches on the night included X-Pac retaining the WCW Cruiserweight Championship over Scotty 2 Hotty. Edge defeated Rhino by disqualification as Rhino retained the WCW United States Heavyweight Championship. Let's see. In the opening match of the night, saw Spike, Tajiri, and Big Show with Torrie Wilson in their corner defeat Taz and the Dudley Boys with Stacy Keibler in there, and they beat them in about 1:37 there. So, also the Hardy Boys defeated Booker T and Test for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. So that happened on this date 20 years ago from the Conseco Fieldhouse. The WWF held its Monday Night Raw event. So moving on to the next piece in each history. On this day in 2003, which of course was 18 years ago today, the 145th issue of Veronica from Archie Comics went on sale on this date for $2.19. It was 32 pages. So the 145th issue of Veronica went on sale on this date in 2003. So
very cool. Long, successful comic there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the Archie comics were pretty long and successful.
Very successful. Not a lot of people have bad things to say about them. It was just good comics.
Well, and from what I understand, they're good, wholehearted. It's like they don't. At least from what I've seen, they don't seem to get into any of like the political stuff or any.
They don't. It's just kids growing up, and which makes it timeless. It makes it ageless. So I think that's why it'll stay popular.
Right. Okay. On this date, 10 years ago today, back in 2011, the Dead Man Wonderland Red Knife Welder OVA from Manglobe Studios premiered on this date 10 years ago today, back in 2011. On this day, back in 2011, Dead Man Wonderland OVA Red Knife Welder from Manglobe Studios would premiere on this date back in 2011. And finally, on this date 5 years ago today, we have this is a bit of a sadder news. But on this date 5 years ago today, American television, film, and voice actor Gary Dubin would pass away on this date in 2016 at the age of 57 from what I read was brain cancer.
Hmm.
His most famous role was as Danny Partridge's friend Punky Lazar on the Partridge Family, but in the world of animation, he also provided the voice of Talos in the Aristocats, the 1970 film. So
Toulouse.
Okay.
And the Aristocats. Okay, yeah, that's a good movie. That's a famous movie.
So on this date 5 years ago today, Gary Michael Dubin would pass away at the age of 57 from brain cancer. So, anyway,
love the one credit there. Yeah. Right after the Aristocats, the next credit there is pretty funny, I think.
Oh, and he also played the part of ill-fated teenager Eddie Marchand, who was eaten by the shark in Jaws 2.
Hey, work is work, I guess.
Apparently, the credit before that was his most famous credit was as Danny Partridge's friend, Punky Lazar.
Sure.
Partridge Family.
Yeah, Partridge Family was a big show. Big show there.
Yeah. So, anyways, I thank everybody for being here. I hope everybody enjoyed the stories tonight. Always good to, let's see. Nick is on his meds. Is on his media channel. Yeah, I saw that tonight.
Yeah, Mike said that he's going to be on Rakita Media channel.
Susan thinks he gave election misinformation.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, so is that why he's doing it on his media channel as opposed to his legal channel?
Probably being safe. He doesn't want to get strikes and whatnot.
Yeah, so
heck, if you say anything about anything now, you open yourself up. As far as the news cycles go, it's just you open yourself up to possible trouble from.
Well, we have to just hope that the Republicans, that Trump conservative Republicans can regain control of the Senate and the House, and just kind of put the brakes on the leftist agenda. But anyways.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. I haven't been talking politics a whole lot lately.
No, we haven't, which is good. That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
So, anyways, and that's all I'm going to say about it. So, anyways, I thank everybody again for being here tonight. And I hope and Batgoat, you'll stick around for a few minutes for post game.
See y'all.
And I will hopefully see everybody back here on Monday. Bye.